such. So it's a good time to find our
Absolutely.
voice.
Absolutely, Vidya. Thanks. And Bilal, probably what be your reason?
Yes, Alex. Of course, as they said, like it's a lot about learning, but more than that, I see like we get a chance to meet Toastmasters across Tamil Nadu and network because we are able to meet all Toastmasters in one conferences. Like someone from other part of Tamil Nadu, like Coimbatore, Kanyakumari, we get a chance to interact with them for these 3 days and build a bond and see how their Toastmasters meeting works and what are the unique ideas they implement in their club. So we get to network with unique peoples across Tamil Nadu.
Thanks, Bilal. Thanks a lot. Absolutely. And it's I'm very happy to share with you all that we have around 11 members of our club registered for the Discover 120. Well, I think that's a huge number considering we are just 21 member club. That's a huge number. I'm sure all of you will be benefited out of it. Uh, so recently I joined the gym and the coach was talking to me. He told me it's not just about fitness. So next 3 months or 6 months or 1 year, you're going to invest. It is a lot about a discipline. It's a lot about challenging yourself. It's a lot about learning from others. And it's also getting used to the environment, how it works. I think conferences are also that way. You are going to attend a conference, then you're going sitting through that conference, listening to many people. These are all part of discipline. You're molding yourselves into something different. Let's have a great conference and let's great camaraderie in the upcoming conference and learn from it. And probably next meeting we can share our thoughts on what we learned from the conference. So all those who have not registered for the conference, you still have a 1 day pass available. We can join for one of these days and see how best we can take benefit out of Toastmasters. All right, so we have a few guests here today. So may I request a few of you to introduce yourself, probably starting with Vidya. Vidya, Manasa.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vidya Sanjay, and I'm a member of Toastmasters Club of Thrissur. I'm the president of the club. It is a community club based in Thrissur in Kerala. I'm also serving the District 121 as area director, District Area D3 this year. I'm a chartered accountant by profession, but a writer at heart. I work for an Ayurvedic wellness firm in Thrissur in Kerala. I have attended, Distinguished Toastmaster Satish has come to a few of our meetings, and that's how I know that there is a morning Toastmasters club, and I've always wanted to come to this meeting. So finally, I made it. Thanks so much for the opportunity.
Thanks, Vidya. Thanks a lot. Thanks for waking up. Thanks a lot. All right. So next, Manasa. Okay. Manasa is not there. We have Anu. Anu. Yeah, Manasa. Yeah. Also, somebody had opened this whiteboard. Dave, can you just close that whiteboard? How does? Manasa, you're on mute. Okay, Subramani, and can introduce.
Hello, everyone. My name is. This is the first time I'm joining this Toastmasters Club. I was initially part of a Downtown Speakers Forum Club for 3 months around, and then there was a long gap. So I just thought of continuing with this Toastmasters journey. So I joined online.
All right. Thanks, Subramani. Thanks a lot. Any other guests would like to introduce themselves?
Yeah, hi. My name is so my name is Wilfin David. So I'm part of Chennai Communicators Club. So that of joining this club to improve myself in the communication as well as to network with people. So it was a good, really good experience that I'm able to attend these sessions in this club on a regular basis. Thank you.
Thank you, William David. Thank you so much. So let's move on to the next segment. We have 3 segments in a Toastmasters meeting, and all the 3 segments are carried out in a professional manner by a Toastmaster of the day. And today's Toastmaster of the day is Satish Menon, DTM. Satish Menon is the co-founder of Birdware, and now it's been sold to Tech Mahindra. He's been with Toastmasters from 2014, and he was an area director, division director, and our past district director. He led the district during the toughest times of our human lives, maybe the COVID times. And we had a great opportunity of learning from him during this time. And he was also the past president of Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters Club. I'm sure we are going to have an exciting day today. So let's put our hands together to welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Sadish Mehta.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Alex Jacob. A very good morning, everyone. So today's theme was called as the illusion of perfection. So when I say perfection, what comes to your mind? Any responses from the audience?
Teachers.
Teachers, yes.
That does not
No flaws.
exist.
No
That
flaws.
is- Sorry?
No flaws.
No flaws, yes. That does not exist, yes. That's also one.
Continuous improvement.
Continuous improvement, yes.
I would say the construction civil engineers, they do works without any flaws so that all the building functioning.
Yes, so doing something without any flaws.
Staying unhappy for always,
Staying unhappy always.
1%
Perfection is a
better.
perception.
Okay. So good. I mean, there are a lot of responses which came in, and all of it kind of says that there is nothing called perfection. So but it's something that we use in our daily lives when we say that was a perfect dish, or that was a perfect coffee. That was a perfect 100%. Now, when you say perfect 100%, is there something called imperfect 100%? No. Who said that 100 is perfect? It's kind of become a simile when somebody says perfect coffee. Now, how do you define what is perfect coffee? That was a perfect dish. What is the definition of a perfect dish?
As per your taste buds.
It's as per your taste buds, right? What is perfect to you might be imperfect to me. Right? So what is perfect to somebody could be like somebody would say that's ordinary for me. Right? So perfection, but when we talk about it, say everything has to be perfect. That's kind of a thing that people normally use in life. I want this work to be perfect. I want to write my exam in a perfect manner. I want to build a house to perfection. So when you always hear this word called perfect, a lot of people believe that it's something which is the ultimate goal. So there can be no mistakes when you say something is perfect. But a lot of it is based on your judgment or your yardstick or your individual measurement of what perfection is. When we look back at the world the way it was earlier, take the example of communication. 25, 30 years back, or even more than that, way back in the 70s and the 80s, there was only the telephone which we could use to speak to people. And that telephone also had a great waiting list. You couldn't get a telephone overnight. Some people used to wait for years to get a telephone. When you get a telephone and when it started, people, this is a perfect means of communication. Now I can call anybody from anywhere. Right? So that was the standard that was set to say, yes, telephone is a standard. Then slowly came the mobile. Now suddenly you found that you could basically talk to anybody from anywhere with a handset that is not wired to anything. And people said, well, perfect, this is what we are looking for. Okay? Then after the mobile, everybody got a mobile. Then came video calling. The technology moved one more step ahead. The video calling earlier was only corporates used to do it because the infrastructure and all was not so easy as it is today. So people said, yes, video calling, that's great. Then suddenly technology moved and then video calling became available to everybody. Now you have any messaging app has got video calling in it. People said this is the perfect way to kind of talk. Now, as you read technology and you go, you can today find that scientists are also talking now about going back in time and then kind of recreating things from your past. Yeah. So what we only used to see in movies, like the Back to the Future and all that, today they are talking about going back into the past and saying that, okay, there are certain incidents if you want to recreate, we can always go back in time and recreate that. So if you take this example and see how the world is moving, it is all getting there, but getting there step by step. So there's nothing called perfection. What was good at one time is not good now. How many people use a landline today? I don't think there are many people who use a landline telephone today. There are some who might be using it just because they want an address proof. If you have a BSNL landline and you get a BSNL bill, that goes as an address proof for any government documentation. But other than that, how many people use a landline today? Even if you take a mobile phone today, a lot of calls get made through WhatsApp. Okay, I don't think many people actually dial a number. A lot of calls get made through WhatsApp. Recording happens automatically. People record mobiles. A lot of calls happen through video calling. So taking this example, if you see, perfection is not kind of something that has been achieved and it stops there. It moves one step at a time. So what was good today becomes obsolete tomorrow. What you think is going to be the better, it moves so fast that by the time you kind of imbibe it, the world as the technology has moved somewhere else. To take this example, what it actually means is that there is nothing called perfection. It's only becoming better and better at something so that you kind of achieve things in a far more better manner or be a better version of what you were compared to yesterday. And we see that everywhere in our lives today. Sport is one example. Earlier, somebody said nobody can run a mile within a minute or so. Then somebody came and they ran. Okay. Today, if you look at 100 meters dash, the top athletes in the world run it for less than a minute. Okay. And Usain Bolt and all have perfected it to such an extent that even when he's crossing the finishing line, he look at the camera and smile and still break a world record. Okay. So that is the way even the human potential is kind of moving ahead. Okay. Cricket, 300 plus in a one-day match. Nobody thought that somebody could hit 300 in a one-day match. Earlier, 300 and all in test matches that score used to be attained when you actually bat out for 1.5, 2 days. Today, people hit 300 in a one innings in a one-day match. So the excellence is kind of going up and up. But it's not perfection. There's no limit to it. What you say perfection is, if you attain something and say, I cannot go beyond this, that is what is saying that, okay, you've perfected, you reached the pinnacle. But nobody has reached the pinnacle of anything in today's life. You can say climbing Mount Everest is a pinnacle, but even for that, today people climb Mount Everest as if you're walking down the street. Right? There are so many people who climb Mount Everest every day. So the excellence kind of builds every day, but there is nothing to say that something is perfect. We'll talk about it as we go along. So every Toastmaster meeting has got multiple segments, and we have one person in a Toastmasters meeting who is supposed to be a quality person who would review the entire meeting for the way we've conducted it, tell us what we did right, what we can do better, and what we did not do. So this role is called as the general evaluator role in a Toastmasters meeting. And today's our general evaluator is joining our meeting all the way from Texas in the US. He's a marine engineer by profession. He's a chief engineer working in the marine industry. Fitness freak, very enthusiastic Toastmaster. You can see it's like late evening for him there in the US, but he's still as fresh as all of us are. And he's joining us all the way from the US. So please welcome our general evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, TMOD Satish Menon. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So as a general evaluator, it is my pleasure to serve as the general evaluator for today's meeting. As a general evaluator, I shall be evaluating the overall meeting and offer feedback for improvement. And this job, I'm not going to do it alone. I have tag team, a member of three, the timer, accounter, and grammarian. So first, our timer is the Toastmaster Bilal Sharif. To say about him, Toastmaster Bilal Sharif is a senior assistant vice president at Wells Fargo, a TEDx speaker, and an experienced Toastmaster. With nearly 5 years at Toastmasters, he currently serves as the area D1 director in District 120. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Bilal Sharif to read out his role objective. Over to you, Toastmaster Bilal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karthik. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Toastmaster Bilal Sharif. I will be acting as a timer for today's meeting. So we have two segments today. One is three segments today: prepared speech, table topic, and evaluation. So for prepared speech, at the end of 5 minutes, I will be showing green. At the end of 6 minutes, I will show yellow, and at the end of 7 minutes, I will be showing red. And for table topics, again, I will be showing green at the end of 1 minute, and yellow at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at the end of 2 minutes. And for evaluation, green at the end of 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will be showing yellow, and at the end of 3 minutes, I will be showing red. Let me quickly present my screen so that you can confirm whether you are able to see the screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, thanks for confirming. So over to you, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bilal. Next, in the tag team comes the A. A is for the accounter. For today's meeting, the accounter is Toastmaster Navneeta Krishnan. To say about few words about him, he's an IT professional with 20 plus years of experience. He enjoys traveling to new places and long drives. Looking forward to learning the art of great public speaking. Please help me welcome in calling Toastmaster Navneeta Krishnan. Over to you, Toastmaster Navneeta Krishnan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. Good morning, everyone. The purpose of the arc counter is to note words and sound that are used as a crutch and pass filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including ar. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means, this means, and at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker uses these expressions. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navneeta Krishnan. Now comes the G for grammarian. We have our Toastmaster Gayatri Punaswamy for the grammarian. To say about her, she's an IT professional with 12 years of experience. She's a proud mother of a 5-year-old son. She loves to chit-chat and play chess with her son. Please help me in welcome Toastmaster Gayatri Punaswamy. Please read out her role objective. Over to you, Toastmaster Gayatri.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. I'm Gayatri Punaswamy. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to each and every speaker, listen carefully of their language usage. I will take a note of any misuses of English language, as well as any outstanding phrases, words, sayings, or thoughts. It is also my duty to introduce you the word of the day. The word of the day is sidestep. To avoid something by stepping to the side. You can use it literally or figuratively. Also, you can explore different tones, neutral, negative, or positive tone. For example, of neutral tone, she sidestepped to the left or right to avoid the man on the pathway. You can use it in positive also. She skillfully sidestepped the office drama to stay focused on her goal. For negative, you can say he skillfully sidestepped the question about his mistake. I encourage every speaker to use the word of the day and explore different tones. I also want to eagerly hear from you how we can use in different tones. When called upon in the meeting, I'll submit the word of the day report as well as grammarian report. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Karthik, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gayatri Ponuswamy. Now it's time for us to take a back seat, and we will come at the end of the report. We'll be monitoring the whole meeting. Over to you, TMOD Satish Menon.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik, for explaining the roles of the general evaluator and also the role of the tag team members. Toastmaster meetings are, in a way, another example of how we don't strive for perfection, but we strive for excellence. And a general evaluator role and a tag team role in a Toastmasters meeting is a classic example of that. Every week when we meet and we conduct our meetings, we get feedback on what we did right, what we can do better, what we did not do. And that helps us to become better and better as we move from meeting to meeting. So no one can say that our meeting is a perfect meeting. Because how do you define that perfection? But we can always say that we were better compared to what we were last week. Or we are getting better and better compared to our previous meetings. So that's the journey of excellence and not a journey of perfection. So let's get into our prepared speech segment for today's meeting. We've got two prepared speakers for today. Our first prepared speaker is Toastmaster Digvijay. In Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters, we've got a couple of people who are from the marine industries, who sail the seas and who bring with them a lot of experience. Toastmaster Karthik is one of them. Toastmaster Digvijay also is a chief engineer, marine engineer, who's got around 18 years of experience sailing the high seas. He believes that showing up every day and participating in every activity is the one that takes you to the path of excellence. And he also believes in helping people to becoming better and better at whatever they want to do. So before Toastmaster Digvijay commences his speech, let me call upon his speech evaluator, DTM Alex Jacob, to read out the speech objectives. Over to you, DTM Alex.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Satish Menon. Digvijay is giving a speech from Presentation Mastery Level 3. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. The member will present a well-organized speech, a well-delivered speech. The speech can be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. Please note. All the best to our speaker, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Alex. Toastmaster Digvijay. The coconut moment, how distractions waste our time. The coconut moment, how distractions waste our time. Toastmaster Digvijay.
You're on mute.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Satish Menon. And good morning to all of you, all the Toastmaster and guests. Today, I want to share with you a moment that made me reflect deeply on how we approach our work and how we often do time management. It's something very simple, but I felt it is very powerful. That happened to me in my own kitchen. Yeah, you got it right, in my own kitchen. Last weekend, I thought, okay, let me help my wife in household chores. So I thought, okay, there was few jobs to be done, and one of which was to boil milk. Now we all know how quickly milk can spill over, and when you are not watching. So I thought, okay, I had a brilliant idea of increasing the gas flame to make it boil faster, thinking I could save some time. I thought to myself, why not do something productive? I was waiting for milk to boil, and I thought, okay, this waiting time I can utilize. So I thought, okay, I decided to peel off the coconut, as my wife had to prepare coconut chutney. So I started peeling off coconut. It's a simple task, right? But I got so caught up in peeling coconut, I completely lost focus on the milk. Just like that, and milk just spilled all over. At that moment, I didn't realize I was just next to it, but still I was so engrossed in that coconut that I didn't realize that milk is spilling. And I only realized when there was a strong smell that hit me. That strong smell of milk, that was not only in kitchen, actually, it was in my whole house. My wife also came running into the kitchen. And while she was looking at the mess, I was more afraid of seeing her face. She just held her head and she said, "What you did? I want this mess to be cleared, and I want my kitchen clean." And I felt so bad, because I was trying to make her happy, but what I did actually. So I want to say that sometimes we lose track of the main task by getting distracted. This moment has made me realize something very important. We often do same thing in all areas of our life. We get distracted, pulled away by insignificant tasks and think we are saving time or doing multitasking. But in reality, we are just setting ourselves up for a bigger problems down the line. We forget to stay focused on task that is in our hand, thinking we are being productive, when in fact we are only creating more work for ourselves. We all have this coconut moment, don't we? These little distractions in life that pull us away from what truly matters. Maybe it's checking social media during work, getting distracted by your phone, or by juggling up many things at once, all while neglecting the one thing that really needs your attention. The real issue here is that we don't realize how often we get pulled into these distractions until it's too late. Like I didn't realize the milk was boiling over until smell hit me. We often don't realize we are wasting time until we see the consequences, like a mess that needs cleaning up. It could be a project you have been avoiding, call that you have to make but you didn't make, or the moment you could have spent learning something, but you got sidetracked with very silly things or very trivial things. This isn't just about time management, but actually it's about mindset. We live in a world filled with distraction. We are like constantly bombarded with notification, emails, tasks. Seem that we feel that it is we are doing something productive, but we are we are not moving forward. We are just busy with doing something that really don't matter. We lose focus on bigger picture, the things that actually make difference in our life. How many times we have told ourselves, I will just check my phone for a minute, or I will just get a small task done, only to realize hours later that we have wasted our valuable time. It's not just about what we do, it's about what we don't do when we get distracted. That's where the real cost lies. Think about your own life. What is your coconut moment? What are the small distractions that pull you away from the main focus, your goals or your priorities? Maybe it's procrastination. Maybe it's spending too much time in low value activities, or it could be getting caught up in other people's demands or opinion. I want to challenge you all to think that often about this moment. How often do you fall into trap of distraction? And more importantly, how often do you let those distractions derail your day, your productivity? Just like I could have avoided that milk spilling by staying focused, we can avoid these coconut moments by being more intentional of our time. The next time you are tempted to multitask or get distracted by something unimportant, ask yourself, is this helping me? Is this what I should be focusing on right now? It's about prioritizing what matters, staying present in that moment. When you focus on the task at hand, you give it the energy it deserves. You don't have to rush for multitask. When you give your full attention to something, you do it better and more efficiently, which ironically helps you save time in the long run. And here is the question I want to leave you with today. What's your coconut moment? What are the distractions in your life that keep pulling you away from what you should be doing? The next time you are tempted to peel that coconut, remember that sometimes the best way to save time is to stay focused on the task at hand. Thank you. Over to you, TM Satish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Digvijay, for that very insightful speech. Yes, coconut moments, we all have it in our daily lives. It's all about being focused in whatever we do. Even today's Hindu newspaper has an article which talks about how the usage of mobile phones is contributing greatly to road accidents. You see a lot of time when people are driving, they have the phone on one ear, and then they are driving. And when you're doing something like that, you can't concentrate on either one, either the driving or the speaking. Okay? So it's very important that we focus on something. Just because technology is there, just because we have a feature, it doesn't mean that we have to kind of start using it in the wrong manner. So many thanks for highlighting that and explaining how concentration and dedication to one task at hand really matters. So that was Toastmaster Digvijay with Coconut Moments. Now our second speaker for today is Toastmaster Andrew. A brief introduction about Toastmaster Andrew. He's a new member to Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters Club. He's a mechanical engineer by profession, and he works as a maintenance engineer in the manufacturing industry. He's also a fitness freak, and he loves running marathons. That's what he says keeps him fit. He's here in Toastmasters to improve his communication and leadership skills. So before Toastmaster Andrew commences his speech, let me call upon his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Shivakumaran, to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon. Andrew will be giving a speech for the title Hidden Style in Every Word. His pathway is dynamic leadership, and his speech is on level 2, project 3. And the project objective is understanding your communication skill. Timer, please note that the timing would be 5 to 7 minutes. And over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivakumaran. Toastmaster Andrew, hidden style in every word. Hidden style in every word, Toastmaster Andrew.
Thank you, DTM Satish Menon, sir. Very good morning to all. Have you ever wondered how your communication style shapes your relationship? I believe that effective communication is the foundation of success, and it shapes my work at my community. And before that, we should understand why communication style, understanding communication style is most important. So there are many benefits which we get out of understanding the communication style. The first one is improved relationship. If you understand the communication style in a better way, that will help you to develop your relationship within your team. The second thing is improved collaboration. So by understanding the communication style, the teams can collaborate effectively among the team members. The third one is enhanced increased efficiency. So once we understand the communication style between the people, then the efficiency of the work, what we do, it definitely will improve, and productivity also will achieve. The fourth one is conflict resolutions. Understanding the different communication styles can help you navigate conflicts more effectively. So it will help you to come into a common ground. My personal experience, I just wanted to share here. 2 days back, one incident happened to me where one contractor supervisor came to me and started complaining about a lot of issues that he is facing at the workplace, which is ongoing right now. But the body language of his communications was quite hard to me, and it really annoyed me, and I lost my patience. And I told him to just go out and you ask your site in charge to come and meet me. But this incident revealed me that how communication style is important, because after some time I realized what happens. So when I could realize the scenario, I could really feel that the persons who came to me it's a normal communication in such a way that arguing with facts. But that really, makes me lost my patience. This is one practical example how understanding communication style is important. Now coming to identifying my communication style, I just put myself into accessing the questionnaire. By filling up all the questionnaire, I got to know that I have direct communicator out of the 4. So there are 4 communication type. Number 1 is direct communicator. The second is initiating communicator. Third one is supportive communicator. And the fourth one is analytical communicator. If we talk about direct communicator, they speak to the point. They don't want to speak more, and they focus on the results, and they don't want to tell the repeated things. So please avoid, we need to avoid speak such a words to the direct communicator. Second thing is initiating communicator. It's about they will start the communications and they will develop the relationships, and it will go in such a way. And the third one is supportive communications. So they will support empathetically between the people. And the fourth one is analytical communicator. They always speak with facts and points. So they expected results. So these are the 4 type of communications. So again, I just wanted to share a few experiences which I heard that will depicted me as a direct communicator. The first incident, what happened was, so we used to have a morning meeting at 7:15 a.m. So in between the cross-functional team for 15 minutes. During the meeting, my manager was trying to tell the things exaggerated, but I was just listening to them. I was not telling anything to them. But one fine day, my manager asked me, "You don't support my point. Simply you are listening to the point." But what I was feeling that it is not necessary to speak every time. If your manager is speaking, you need not speak. But he is expected in that way. But I will speak only if it is really required. So that time I will put my points in a short and closely my reports. The second incident was which was happened in 2013. I remember Mr. Abhijit Datta, who was head plant operation of my unit. He was very close to me and he was very talkative, but I was just opposite to him. I do not go to him for small issues, but I will go to him if any major issues which I cannot handle, that kind of situation I will go. So by realizing this, one fine day, he commented in front of everyone saying that Daniel normally don't come to me, but if he comes to me, then there is really a series of concern to be looked into on priority. So this statement again remind me that I am a direct communicator. So finally, effective communications isn't about speaking more. It's about connecting people. So communication style, refining your communication style, that will help you influencing how others respond to us. In the end, good communication isn't a skill we use, it's a habit we live. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andrew. Yes, for explaining to us the different communication styles. And yes, very right. In what is missing in today's world is the art of communication. When you talk about excellence and perfection, the technology has gone such a long way, and we've got a lot of tools with us to, I would say, inform people better. I would not say communicate. I've seen in organizations where people just sitting across desks would only communicate on emails rather than standing up and speaking. And if any escalation issues will still go back and forth over emails, but if those two people were to get into a room and then speak face to face, I think the issues would get solved much faster. I used to work with a person, rather he used to work for me. He used to be very happy whenever there is an escalation from the customer. He used to call me in the morning and say, "Boss, today there is a problem." And he used to his adrenaline used to kind of rise. I said, "We have to go and meet the customer." I said, "Let's go meet." And we used to go meet the customer, tell this is the problem. But what we found out at the end of it is customers used to appreciate us for that. They say, "At least you are coming and telling us upfront that there is an issue and what you're going to do about it." He says, most people, when there is an issue, their phones will get switched off. They will not answer the phone. Their emails will go unanswered. But here you are coming up and telling upfront that there is an issue. So for them, that communication was saying that you're being transparent about it. And we ended up getting more business because of that. The communication is always the art of speaking up, telling people upfront, and not trying to kind of hide yourself behind sending emails or sending that I sent that email, now I send my response, okay, I'll call you later, okay, or leaving voice messages. So that's not effective communication. Now, if you look at our theme for today of perfection is a myth, let's take Toastmasters as an example. When you see a lot of people in speech contests, when you see speech champions, when they speak and they win the certain titles, some of us would look up and say, "Oh, this person is the best speaker." Okay, they are perfect speakers. Forget best. We always use the word perfect speakers. But what we don't understand is their speech on that day was good enough to win the contest. Same speech given on another day may not win them the first prize or the second prize or the third prize. So it was good for that day, that contest. So by no means that they are perfect in any manner. And to give an example of that, I just want to quote an example that was told to me by Mark Brown. DTM Alex mentioned about Mark Brown. He's been the world champion of public speaking almost 20 years back, but he's still with Toastmasters. He's been to our district 2 or 3 times, and he's the voice for the world. If you go to the World Convention, the voiceover that comes is Mark Brown's for the entire convention. He's right now flying on the way to Delhi because he's supposed to speak at the District 41 convention, which is happening in Jaipur. So Mark once told me that after he had won the world championship of public speaking, everybody would think he's the world champion, right? He's nothing that he can do wrong in his speeches. Whatever he says is the gospel truth. So Mark said, I went to my club meeting. Okay? And that's one more thing that you have to understand is that world champions, once they become world champions, and if you speak to a lot of them, one common trait that you see is they still go and attend their club meetings. They don't say that once I become a world champion, I will not go there. He says, I went to my club meeting and I was giving a prepared speech. So he said, I gave my prepared speech. I thought I had done a good job. But when the evaluation segment started and the evaluator stood up, he gave me a feedback. And then he said that, Mark, I think you need to repeat your speech because your speech is not in line with the speech objectives. And Mark said, I was a bit taken aback. So how did that happen? Then he says, when I looked at the speech objectives very clearly, I found out that yes, what I had spoken was not in line with the speech objectives. So if you look him as the world champion, you would say perfection. He's kind of been attained the pinnacle of Toastmasters speaking journey. He went to his club. The club member said, your speech is not in line with speech objectives. So is that perfection? No. He's only excelling as he goes. And he always shows that as human beings, we always have our weaknesses or our moments where sometimes we are not prepared or we think that we've kind of done something good, but in the end it turns out to be something different. So there's no perfection in that. It's only a question of learning and becoming better. And staying on the line of that, there's one more world champion called Mohammad Khatani, who's also been to District 120 more than once. He was also asked, like, once you become a world champion, somebody asked that question in Chennai. He was asked, so you've now become the world champion of public speaking. So what did you do when you went back to your club? He said, what did I do? I went and took the role of Sergeant at Arms. So a lot of the people here in this audience were kind of horrified. They said, how can a world champion? Because there is this misconception saying that once you become kind of risen in the ladder and you become perfect, you cannot do such certain roles, okay, which is again a misconception. But there is this thought. He says, what is wrong in doing Sergeant at Arms? He says, I went back to my club. I usually go to my club almost every week when I am in Saudi Arabia. I went to my club. They said the Sergeant at Arms role was empty. There's nobody taking it. I said, I'll take it up. And he says, I love doing that role because that is how I started my journey in Toastmasters. It gives me a great chance to sit at the back and observe people in the meeting. And when I observe people in the meeting, I get all these thoughts for the next speech that I have to give. So it's a great role and it helps me learn. So for him also, perfection did not end when he became world champion. He said, let me go back and start learning again and trying to become better at what I want to do. So perfection is not something which is there. You can only become better at it. Space is another great example. Earlier, just somebody landing on the moon was such a great milestone for the entire world in 1969. But today, if you see, spacecrafts have gone much, much beyond the solar system. And today, what you see in the movies is what is being talked about by organizations like NASA when they say, if there's an asteroid coming towards Earth, we will have all the technology to blast the asteroid out of the world. Okay? That was the stuff of Hollywood movies some years back. Now it is becoming reality. So what is it? I mean, the space technology is also kind of moving towards excellent, but they are by no means perfect. ISRO did so many launches. Just last week, one of their 101st mission did not launch properly. So you say you have done 100 launches, you should be perfect. But the 101st mission did not launch. So there's nothing called perfection. It's only becoming better and better at whatever you do. Now let's get into the most awaited or the most dreaded segment in Toastmasters meetings. It's called the table topic segment. Why I'm saying the most dreaded for some people is because I've seen in my Toastmasters experience that whenever this segment comes on, especially in in-person meeting, a lot of people in the meeting room start seeing imaginary people outside the room. Okay? So they will start speaking to people, imaginary people outside the room, saying, "Oh, you're calling me? Okay, I'll just come in." Some people will get calls on their mobile phones, which are also imaginary calls, and they will kind of speak and say, "Okay, I'm coming," and then say, "I'll just step out. There is a call that has come." I wouldn't blame them because public speaking or impromptu speaking in that specific matter remains one of the most dreaded things that people want to take up, especially to come in front of an audience and speak impromptu on a subject that you don't know. But that's something that is the first step in a Toastmasters journey to get that confidence to speak in public. And to run the table topic segment for today, we've got a very enthusiastic Toastmaster. What I like about him is that anytime you tell something, he's there to kind of take things up and say, "Yes, I will do this." And I will always volunteer to kind of make these things happen. He is a multifaceted personality. He's having a background of almost 5 years as an educational counselor and a healthcare professional. He's a budding podcaster. He runs his own podcast channel where he talks about happiness, life coach, and motivational strategies. And he always believes in encouraging people to be better versions of themselves and also helping people achieve what they want to do in life. So please welcome our table topic master for today's meeting, Toastmaster Keshav.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Satish Menon, TMOD for the day. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Table topic is like a net practice where we practice our art of thinking and speaking. So it is one best way to practice ourselves on the impromptu speaking. So we have the table topic is for 1 to 2 minutes, and the green would be at 1 minute, and 1.30 yellow, and 2 would be at red. So I invite all the non-role players, members, and guests to take up a topic with me. Thank you so much. Happy table topic mastering. Thank you. So anyone is interested? Okay. Toastmaster Satish Kumar sir.
Yep.
I'm giving you a topic. Is the idea of perfect moment real or just an illusion we create in hindsight?
It's a perfectly imperfect question, Keshav. The world is perfectly imperfect. Because whatever we think is perfect, it's never perfect. There's nothing like 100. It is 99.9999, and it's 100.0000, and after infinite zeros there is a 1. So there's nothing like a perfect thing. Even if you talk about athletics, even if it is 100 meters dash, people think, "Oh, he's perfect." But whatever timing we see, there is an inaccuracy. So it's very easy for us to think that what we are doing is perfect, but there is always a room for improvement. And this is what we look for in people also. Oh, he should have reacted this way. When I told him this or gave him this task, he should have done it this way. But there's nothing like perfect. There is always a better way to do it. So don't judge thinking that this is perfect and this should have been done this way. There's nothing like that. Everybody has got his own way of doing things and attempting the work to improvise. So don't think of perfection everywhere. There's nothing perfect in human relations as well. Everybody has got his own or her own way of thinking and expressing, and we have to accept people as they are. So don't look for perfect people. If everybody is perfect and everything is a perfect square, then the world would not exist this way. It will be full of mathematics and there are no emotions. So let us not look for perfection everywhere. Let us enjoy the imperfection in everything. That is how any art comes, music, everywhere. Imperfection is what adds value. Okay, so let us enjoy the imperfections in us and others. That is how when we can enjoy the life. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satish. It was a really apt, discussion and points you have shared. Thank you so much. And going to the next speaker of the day, Toastmaster Santosh.
Hi.
Hi, Santosh. So you were cast in a movie titled Perfect Me. What bloopers did the audience love the most?
Okay, once again, if
you are cast in a movie titled,
okay,
so if you are cast as an actor in a movie titled Perfect Me, what bloopers,
okay,
moves, what bloopers did the audience love the most?
Okay, thank you for the table topic master. Yeah. Yeah, it is yeah, everyone know, most of us know we are trying for the perfection, but the result what we have is it is imaginary one. Yeah, we are as said, it is we are moving to our excellence, we are improving our excellence, we are excelling in that. And yeah, if I'm trying to put it in the same way, yeah, definitely it is going to be it is a try, but it is not going to happen, and finally it will get I will get frustrated, and nothing can I'm not setting in the right way. So usually it happens to me is very sad position only, because trying to perfection is very hard thing. Yeah, but we can try, but it is not going to achieve. But because even if I am saying for a company, if I am going for a customer or a company, they have they have a perfection, but we are setting as a standard. So if you are following the standard, you are safe. That's it for me. So yeah, being a perfectionist, yeah, you can try as an excellence. You try, you fail and fail again, and you can learn. Yeah, that is the thing you can succeed. Thank you. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Santosh, for the speech. I just call upon David.
Yeah, hi, Keshwan. Good morning.
Hi, David. Good morning. David, for you, the topic is, if perfection were a superhero, what would their origin story be? What will be their original story be? So I repeat, if perfection were a superhero, what would their origin story be?
Okay. So if perfection were a superhero, actually they would have expected the world to be in order, that every human being would have been living according to the disciplined way of life, and they'll be following the rules and standards which have been set. So, so if perfection were to be incorporated in today's world, so we can find that people will really find it difficult to incorporate that in their day-to-day lives. So if you see the Western countries compared to India, so we can find there are rules and regulations more strictly incorporated in the Western countries compared to the Indian judicial system or as the Indian culture. So we can find that if perfection has to be incorporated, people of diverse communities, diverse background has to make their way of life. They'll find it difficult, and they need to set a standard for themselves, and um, we can find a world wherein we can find everything is going in an order, a certain order of way, and we can find people juggling their activities according to the rules of life, and we cannot find any distraction from their from the set standards. So, so perfection as per the superheroes, they can find worldly order, such that everything goes as per the regulations and rules and standards, and we can find a kind of better quality of life, better living standards for the people, and the future of the society and the world will be a better place to live in. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Can Subramani, Shiva, or Anu take up a topic?
Yeah, Anand, this is Toastmaster. I can take a topic.
Okay, Toastmaster Anand. So they say nobody is perfect. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, very good morning, Toastmasters. See, I always believe like nobody is perfect in this world because like genius of the genius would have been having an health issues. We have seen many people like Steve Jobs who has been reached a pinnacle of success and who has been a forerunner in business frontier. But at the end of the day, at 54, he got a cancer and moved away, and so on. There are it's every person's life. It is more important to fulfill and live a perfect life, and there need to be a balance need to be set in. For example, one need to be physically fit, one need to be mentally strong, and he need to support himself and spend some times with his colleagues and friends, and also he need to spend some time with his family. And in Toastmasters meetings, we are all are here mainly to improve our leadership skills and public speaking skills and somehow to improve our networking skills. But what happens when one goes too much into it? Normally, I have seen many people who have been juggling around clubs after the clubs. It's like who used to on their 2 weekends, they will be full of occupied with the clubs, Saturday morning clubs, Sunday evening clubs, and Sunday morning clubs, and so on. One need to find a right balance between his personal life and professional life and his spiritual life also, I believe. So it's a thin line, and we are not too sure where to start and when to stop. It is subjective to only that particular individual. So once we can go into this deep, then it is understandable that nobody is perfect, and you cannot put like 25. Yeah, here it is 100, and you need to give 25% for this, 25% for this, and so on. There might be sometimes we need to give 30 or 40%, and most of us work in a corporate field. Sometimes it goes to 12 hours per day, and sometimes it is 8 hours per day. So we need to balance, and I always believe that nobody is perfect in this world. We just need to go with the flow. What more important in life is two things. One, present and live in this moment. In this moment you are happy, then that's done. That's done for the day. It is all about you. Just enjoy what you do. So I always believe that nobody is perfect in this world. So that's my take on this topic. Thanks for the topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand.
Yashwant, we'll do two more and then we can stop. Huh?
Yeah. Toastmaster Dr. Murugesan will go for a topic.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. Doctor, like if you could invent perfection detector gadget, how would it function, and what would our Inspector Gadget name for it?
Okay. It's a good thing to monitor anything for our for we have some organization
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Murugesan. I have another topic. Jaishankar, Toastmaster Jaishankar.
Yeah, Keshavan, TTM, I can take the topic.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Sir, I'm going to give you a topic. So, do you believe striving for perfection is beneficial or detrimental?
Can you please repeat the topic?
Do you believe striving for perfection is beneficial or detrimental?
Yeah. Always we think that we need to be perfect on any activity I do or we do. So over a period of time, we come to know that we were on illusion of perfectionism. Definitely, if you start an activity or anyone starts an activity to not to be perfect, I will not be perfect on this, but I should get a result. It's not going to work out. It is, I would say that the entire life is mindset. So I would say that if you have a mindset, I will be perfect on whatever I do, though you cannot be accurately perfect, but that thought or the mindset, the positive mindset one will have, that I will be perfect on my job, my work, or whatever I've taken, maybe exercise. So it will drive you towards the destination. You will think that that is the final destination, but that it will finally land up as an illusion of perfection, that it is not at the final destination. It is just a milestone you reached. And there you will realize that, no, I have to further travel and achieve the another destination. So that is how I define that perfectionism or being perfect is definitely beneficiary for everyone. If you don't think that you will need to be perfect on what you're doing, then things are not going to align in a way, and definitely it is going to get into an what do you say? It is going to get to like defeated. Your journey is going to get defeated, or you're going to be unsuccessful. So I would definitely suggest that being perfect, having the mindset is going to be beneficiary, and at least it will help you to reach one illusionary perfect mindset, and there you can step aside, and there you can move still forward. Okay, I have achieved. This is how I mean, like the innovators and the inventors all think that they want to do something and land up somewhere, doing it though perfectly. From there again, they take a diversion and go and find out the next one. So let's all try to be perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay Shankar. Toastmaster Bala, you would like to take up a topic?
Keshav, we are running out of time.
Yes, sir. Last topic, sir. Last topic.
Keshav, I've just put a message. Guest Anu is willing to take a topic.
Okay, sir. I'm just checking with Bala and then I'll go. Bala, you are there?
Yeah, I'm there, Keshav.
Okay, you're taking up a topic? Okay? Yeah, it's okay.
I think my signal is weak a bit. I think I would stay back this time, Keshav.
Okay, sure.
Sure. Thank you.
So, Anu, you're taking a topic, Anu?
Yeah, I would be interested.
Okay. So, in what ways does social media create an illusion of perfect life? In what ways does social media create an illusion of perfect life?
Yeah. So, hi all. Good morning. So, social media. When it comes to social media, each of us we spend at least.
Sorry to
Even
interrupt.
people
I'm not
who are,
hearing
so
it
dead
very
against. So
clearly.
you can call it instinct, or you can call it. Am I audible right now? Am I audible?
Now it's fine. Now it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. So as I was saying, even though we try our best to stay away from social media, it is just a kind of a reflex for us to just open Insta, or whenever we scroll, what do we see over there? We see perfect models, we see perfection of life of the the bloggers and the influencers, and what do we gain from there? We see, oh my God, what a perfect life they have. We see, oh my God, how perfect of a skin that they have, right? But there are some reels, some people who just say that, see, what you see in social media as my face, what we see usually in my reels is not how my skin actually is. They will give you a close up of, they remove all the filters and they will give you a close up of their face, and there we can see that they just have the skin like some stars or something. So this something perfect doesn't actually exist. It is just an illusion, right? So that is what influences. That is the actual role of the influences, is my opinion. So to not perfection, but to make imperfection, not too focused on perfections. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Anu. Thank you for the speech. So with this, I conclude the table topic session for the day. I'm just giving control back to TMOD Satish Menon, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Keshavan, for effectively conducting the table topic session, and that's the way it should be. Every table topic session should have the topics in line with the theme of the meeting. That's what makes a meeting very engaging, and also the whatever theme has been selected for the meeting runs throughout the entire duration of the meeting. Thank you very much. With this, we've come to the end of the table topic session. Now we get into the general evaluation session. And to run the general evaluation session for today's meeting and to see how we are progressing on the path of excellence, let me call upon the general evaluator, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, TM Modi. Before going to my report, we shall see the report evaluation of the prepared speeches. I would like to call upon DTM Alex Jacob to evaluate Toastmaster Digvijay's speech. Over to you, DTM Alex Jacob.
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear speaker, Digvijay in particular. I hope Digvijay is there, and I hope I'm audible too.
Yes, Alex.
Yes, thank you. So, a very interesting title, the coconut moment. I'm sure that got attention of many of our members. So what I liked in your speech, there are a few things that stood out. One, definitely, it's a socially relevant topic. I'm sure when you talk about distractions in this current world, all of us would agree with us. There's a certain amount of distractions, and some of us are trying to come out of it and stay focused. And some of them are successful, and some of them are not. So that was a socially relevant topic. Great pick. Second, personal examples. I always believe the heart and soul of any speech is about your personal experiences, which is usually unique, and it can be connected to a larger audience. So especially the personal stories, where you failed and you're vulnerable, are the most powerful stories. So I thoroughly enjoyed when you, as a hero of the house, became a villain of the house, and you are helpless and you are vulnerable. I think that was very connecting, especially to all the husbands sitting out here. So probably they would have learned the art of communication, that how they can connect, or how they can save the moment. So personal examples and appropriate stories can add a lot of energy and interest to the speech. Thank you, Digvijay, for that. And third thing I really, really liked about your speech was there was a sincerity and a conviction which was felt throughout your speech. So like, how can I do that? And how did I make that mistake? So all these things that come from the heart, and the vibration, the feeling of the speech was very much there. I think that is your strong point. Many of your speeches had the same kind of a reflection and feeling. So I think these are the three great points I thoroughly enjoyed. So now coming up of suggestions, a few things. One is opening. So your opening, the first 30 or 40 seconds is the place wherein the audience may receive you, judge you, and assess you for the rest of your speech. So in Toastmasters, we say that because we have a time limit of 5 to 7 minutes, we need to make maximum out of it. So you start your speech straight away with whatever the topic which you're prepared, and you start. So you probably need not to share that I'm going to share and I'm going to enlighten you and I'm going to tell. Because if you have time frame, you have 1 hour keynote speech for a 20-minute slot, probably you can do that. But in a Toastmaster speech, you kind of eliminate the waste and you just get to the point, because we are saving time. So that's one thing. Second, this by nature is a persuasive speech. So we all know there's a problem and we all need to come out of it. This is by nature is a persuasive speech. So how do you usually end up persuasive speech? Is by call for action. What is the call for action? Is the problem. Okay, distractions in mobile, distractions in the social media. Now, what is your call for action? Can you cut down by 30 minutes? Can you switch off the mobile phone by 10 o'clock in the night? So that's call for action. And spend 5 minutes me time, 10 minutes me time. These are call for action. So I didn't hear that call for action very strongly in your speech. And other suggestion I would definitely say is stand up and speak. Why stand up and speak? Because there are a lot of options or varieties you can explore in your movement, in your body language, in your eye contact. So many different options you have, choices you have when you stand up and speak. It can be speaking toward the left side of the speech or the right side of the center of the screen. So there are a lot of options you will have that try to explore that. And that is how you add a little variety to your overall speech. Overall, I would say that a socially relevant speech added with a lot of personal example. I'm sure that they got a lot of interest in that. So try to have a call for action and stand up and speak. I think that can make a huge impact to your speech. With this, I hand over to the general evaluator of the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, DTM Alex Jacob. Now let me call upon Toastmaster Sivikumaran to evaluate Toastmaster Andrew's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Sivikumaran.
On mute.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator Karthik. Let me pin the participant. Okay. So with whatever the Andrew speech was really good. I enjoyed it nicely. Some of the things he started with engaging opening. He started his speech with saying that your communication style saves your relationship. I was wondering, saves your relationship means he is going to talk about something personal and give his, a story that happened in family, but he come right into that and started explaining how the communication skills is important at work level, at your job, and what are the experiences you have got in your job. So that was nice, and his style is kind of an information. His speech is kind of an information speech. What he has given, and I observed that the structure is he given what are the communication styles he have. He elaborated it one by one, like saying that your communication style improve your relationship, collaboration, efficiency, and resolutions. Then he went for the example. He given his personal example, like how a communication impacted between himself and the site engineer, and how he was able to approach it. Then again, he went on saying what are the types of communications we have, like direct, supportive, initiative, and analytical. And again, he went on to say about the conversations, what he had personally with the manager and reportees, Abhijit Datta, and all. They are really nice. The structure of the speech, which I enjoyed a lot, because it was going from giving an information, then giving the story, then information and the story. This was really good. Then the clarity of the message is also good. He whatever he tried to convey, he was able to achieve it. He said that this is how we have to communicate in order to get the maximum results out of the particular situation. That was good. Then the flow transition is also good. Given the given the information, and then he given the supportive stories to to give the cause of what is the information he has given before. That is also good. And at last, call to action. He said that effective communication skill is not a skill we use; it is a habit we develop. That gives the justice of what is the speech he has given, and also his speech objective is understanding your communication skill. He explained that his communication skill is a direct communication skill. So that is a perfect justice he has done. Now I come to the improvement parts. Vocal variety is good, eye contact is good, pace and pass is good, but I would still say body language, hand gestures, I'm not able to see because he was sitting most of the time, and also stage movement is missing. And one important point I would give is everything he has given at the base level. If it is more impactful, that would be more enjoyable. We can enjoy his speech furthermore into it. That are my suggestions. Thanks for this opportunity, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kumaran. Now let's go to the tag team report. Let me call upon Toastmaster Bilal to share his timer report. Over to you, Toastmaster Bilal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karthik. Now let me present my timer report. So there is no disqualification for prepared speech. Prepared speaker Digvijay took 6 minutes 44 seconds, and Daniel Andrew took 7 minutes 3 seconds. And when it comes to table topics, Satish Kumar took 2 minutes 12 seconds, Santosh took 1 minute 47 seconds, David took 1 minute 57 seconds, Anand took 2 minute 30 seconds. Sorry, Anand took 2 minute 30 seconds, Murugeshan 1 minute 55 seconds, Jay Shankar 2 minutes 20 seconds, Anu 2 minutes 20 seconds. And for Alex evaluation, I was so immersed that I forgot to start my stopwatch. But it was 3 minutes 20 seconds, and I noticed. And for Sivakumaran, it's 3 minutes 40 seconds. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bilal, for the your timer report. Now let me call upon Toastmaster Navneeta Krishnan for the counter report. Over to you, Toastmaster Navneeta Krishnan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. I think, with the theme perfection, I think the Toastmaster of the day do not have any crutch or filler words and sounds. I noticed from the general evaluator 1R and from the evaluators, Alex, got 3 R's and couple times ums and then couple times so's. Right? And Sivakumaran only R's 3 times. Then going to the Toastmaster of the day case when you got couple times so and then couple times you repeated I. And the table topic speakers, Satish Kumar, just once I noticed, so maybe used, it's not a so place, but you use so, that's one. And Santosh used couple times couple times and then 1 time so. Also, you used multiple times, 5+ times in between. And David, you used couple times couple times ums, and so's used 5 times. And you had a word like and at least 3+ times in between you used where it is not really needed. And Anand, you used 1 R and couple times so. Murugeshan, again, 3 times R. Jaishankar, 3 times R and 1 time so. Anu used a couple times R. With that, I'm over to you, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navneeta Krishnan, for the brief report. Now let me call upon grammarian report, Toastmaster Gayatri Punaswamy. Over to you, Toastmaster Gayatri Punaswamy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. Coming to the one who has used the word of the day, it is Toastmaster Dr. Murugeshan. I'm sorry if I have missed out anybody else. I'll also make sure to come up with a relatable word to be in sync with the theme of the day. So we will get a chance to use it more. And also we have the entire day. You guys can try to use it throughout the day, the word of the day. Coming to list of quotes, thoughts, words or sayings that I liked. Toastmaster Vijay has used reflect, bombard, insignificant, juggling, distractions, consequences, coconut moments. It is a new phrase. I was going and searching for the meaning. Toastmaster Daniel Andrew has used questionnaire, depict, communicators, exaggerate, conflicts, annoy, patience. To TMOD Satish Menon, DTM Satish Menon sir, he has used pinnacle, upfront, myth, convention, gospel, taken aback, mortified, dread. Coming to DTM Alex Jacobs sir, he has used vulnerable, conviction, illuminate, persuasive. Coming to Toastmaster Keshavan, he has used bluebirds, gadget, detrimental. Toastmaster Sivakumaran has used elaborate. Coming to Toastmaster Dr. Murugeshan, he has used diversity, subjective, excellence. Toastmaster Jaisankar has used destination, perfectionism, beneficiary, innovators. Toastmaster Santosh has used excellence. Guest Winston David has used incorporate, juggle, wordly order. Visiting Toastmaster guest Anand has used pinnacle, frontier, forerunner. That's it with my report. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gayatri Punaswamy, for the detailed report. Now there comes my report. The meeting started at 7:05 by myself, Sajendra Toms, followed by our president, who gave a brief about the Discover meeting. And coming to our TMOD, a wonderful session, an eye opener, I would say. No, from today, nobody will use the word perfect for anything, I believe. So one thing I like is so what is good today will be like better tomorrow. There obsolete tomorrow. So there is nothing called perfection. So we all use this word perfection in one point of time. So it was such a realistic and eye-opener theme for today. Thank you, TM Modi. And coming to the next table topic master, again, all the topics were in line with the theme. Toastmaster Keshav has done a wonderful job again. Yeah, before that, the prepared speeches given by Toastmaster Digvijay and Toastmaster Daniel Andrew, both the speeches were well structured and well delivered. Kudos to their mentors. Next, coming to the table topic master, again, Keshwan, again, a wonderful job. He made the people know comfortable and guests were given choice where two guests were called upon. So that again, as the TMOD said, those table topics is the most dreadful moment in the Toastmasters. Even when I was in the online meeting, till table topics, I used to listen at table topics. 2 3 meetings I've left the meeting because of that pressure we feel inside. So again, it was today it was good, and all the tag members they did their job wonderful. A few recommendations I would like to give us. We were running behind the schedule. Actually, as per the agenda, the table topics session supposed to start at 7:41, but we started at 8 o'clock. And like somebody had to interrupt and say that we are running short of time, so try to wrap up. So in that case, if everybody is aware of the agenda, maybe it could be a better one. And since it's an online meeting, so more emojis for supporting to encourage can be done. Like normally when I stammer, so when somebody on the screen I see, okay, try. Like when I was initially starting DTM Alex, he was like, okay, come on. Like so that gives some sense of relief. So that okay, I'm doing good, I can do better. So in that way, we can motivate the speakers and more cameras we can turn on for so a sense of connection. And overall the meeting was well organized and efficiently run. Only thing, so let's continue supporting each other in this Toastmasters journey. Again, whenever I hear about Toastmasters, only one thing I remember: Toastmasters is not a place to prove ourselves, but to improve ourselves. So, with this, I would like to conclude my general evaluator report. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, TTM Satish Menon.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. Yes, Toastmasters is a place where we improve ourselves, and the journey of excellence is an ongoing one. All of us can relate to it that all of us are better versions of ourselves compared to what we were before we joined Toastmasters. So somewhere along the way, it has helped us in one way or the other. None of us can claim that we are perfect in whatever we do, but we are always striving to be better compared to what we were yesterday. So with that, let me hand the control over to the president of the club, DTM Alex, to take the proceedings further. Thank you, and over to you, DTM Alex.
Thank you, Satish Menon, and thank you for your role as Toastmaster of the day, and thank you all other role players. Thank you so much. So now I give 1 minute to our Vice President Education, Shivakumar, for a couple of updates. Shivakumar, stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Alex. Last week, I have requested all of you to give your feedback on our club in Google reviews. Only Karthik has given that. Kindly, I request all of you to give your feedback. That will leave more digital footprints about our club, and we may invite more guests to our club. I request you all once again for that. And then we are all excited to go to our Discover 2025 conference. So the energy is totally up. I can understand that. And with that, I want to inform you all next week, it is not online meeting. Last week of every month, we have planned to have in-person meeting, and next week the meeting will be conducted on 31st of May, which is Saturday. Again, reiterate that we don't have meeting on Wednesday. We have meeting on Saturday, which is May 31st. So if you want any roles, if you want to take up any speeches or evaluations, kindly reach out to me so I can make prior arrangements. I will send out the poll, but still, few things it would be easy for me to organize if you directly reach out to me. Yeah, these are the couple of things I wanted to inform to everyone. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, Shiva, and kindly share the link so that members can review. Google link you can share, right?
Sure,
so now,
sure.
Yeah, can you launch the poll? Yeah, and meantime, I'll ask our guests to give a feedback. Kindly give feedback. Anu, Subramani, and others, kindly give a feedback. Also, please cast your votes. Or TM Anand, why don't you give us a feedback?
Yeah, thank you, Alex. And actually, I had planned to attend a few of the wake-up session, but somehow I got missed. I really enjoyed the complete flow of the meeting, and moreover, like particularly about the table topic master, the theme was or the topics was not like that, like just to buy the time or simple topics. It's like it's actually a food for thought for everybody, and he had a great variety, and it could be much hyped. The your evaluation particularly, I literally love it. It's just like this to the topic, no fancy words. What actually the speaker requires, and it was very simple, and more importantly, a lot of takeaway for the speaker as well as a guest like me. Pretty good, well done, Alex. It was. That's what I normally say, like what Toastmasters make you. Once you have been into the fraternity for a long period of time, it somehow get imbibed, and whatever you do, it's like one way or other, it is getting useful for others in a very simple manner. And overall, I enjoy the flow of the meeting, and everybody, TMOD and general evaluators, everything did everyone did a pretty well job, and I really love the meeting. And could be better, like if I come to know, it's like when you guys meeting offline in the group, so that if possible, I can pitch in. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. Thanks a lot. Any other guests would like to give feedback? All right. So, how many members and guests have voted, Shiva?
We got the results, Alex. We got
Sorry, your voice is not audible. Sorry.
Yeah, we got the result. We got sufficient amount of votes.
All right. Okay. So, why don't you announce the results?
Sure. The best role player is Toastmaster of the Day, Distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon. The best tag role player is shared between Timer Bilal and Grammarian Gayatri. Best speaker is Toastmaster Digvijay. Best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Satish Kumar. And best evaluator is Distinguished Toastmaster Alex Chipper. Congratulations for all the winners.
Thank you, Shiva. Thanks a lot. And so it was a fantastic meeting. Thank you all for joining. So most of our members were here. So I request all the members to take up roles and participate in our regular meetings, especially speeches. And then if you are a new member, you can take up the relatively smaller roles. Then you can give your icebreaker speech and start your Toastmaster journey. And that's how you progress. So looking forward to meet most of you this weekend at Discover. And one last word, I like Karthik said, Toastmaster is a place where not to prove, but to improve. I feel a little tweaking. I think Toastmaster is a place where you prove through improving. And you are a classical example, Karthik. Karthik is one person who is, whenever he is on the land, he lands up in a Toastmasters meeting. And whenever he is in the sea, he will see through whether he can join a Toastmasters meeting. So thanks for the inspiration, Karthik, and looking forward to meeting you all this weekend and subsequent meetings. Thanks a lot. So by this, I adjourn meeting number 322. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a very nice day ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.